Let's read some YouTube comments. I've highlighted about, what have we got, 16 of them, so I'll probably make 2 videos just to try not to lose everybody's attention. Just right off the bat. Those are some great prices on both tractors. We bought a CK3520 SE shuttle last July. We love the Coyote and our dealer up here in Southwest Missouri. Thanks for sharing. Be safe, have fun. The dealer in Southwest Missouri is S&H, the Schnell family, and they are good people. I have nothing bad to say about them. I've been to Korea with the owner, and nice guy, good operation, and he's a good competitor. So yeah, you've got a good dealer, and I'm glad you're happy with the tractor and the dealer. It's very important. You're going to have a long-term relationship with both. These things last for not just years, but decades, generations. Tractors last a long time, and you're going to want to get to know the dealer and make sure it's somebody that you're going to get along with. Next we have Stephen Tucker says, I did a video on the TL750 track steer, which is a 73 horsepower turbocharged 4-cylinder engine. It says, as you mentioned in the video, I have the 7320 tractor, and I love the fact that I'm going to be running 2 of the exact same engines. They are the exact same engines, yes sir. You've been an amazing dealership, and I highly recommend people take a careful look at this unit. Feature for feature, quality and price, that is amazing. Thank you very much, Stephen. And yeah, it's true. It is the same engine, and why reinvent the wheel? They needed something with about 70 horsepower, 73, 74, you know, the thing has 74 horsepower. And no reason to reinvent the wheel when you've got a extremely well-proven engine there. Here's an interesting thing about Coyote engines. They're modular in design, meaning the 3-cylinder and the 4-cylinder share many of the same components, and one just has one more cylinder. Each cylinder is the same size, the same bore and stroke. It's a 0.6 liter per cylinder. So the 3-cylinder, 0.6 times 3, is a 1.8 liter engine. The 4-cylinder, 4 times 0.6 is 2.4 liter. So the 1.8 liter, the 2.4 liter, they're, you know, you can't say they're the same engine. One has 3 cylinders, one has 4, but hopefully you get my meaning. GM did that. They started with their engines, the 350 V8, which, whether you like Ford, Dodge, GM, whatever, it'd be hard to argue the fact that that is the best small block engine ever made. And they needed a V6, so they used the components and made a modular engine out of that engine. A V6 became a 4.3 liter, and the 4.3 liter V6 is a great engine. You know, yeah, I love Ford trucks and everything, but the small block Chevy is, you know, they've got it going. How far off the track am I now? Yeah, I did a video on why did they add another RX to the RX lineup, in this case the RX 7340, and Scott mentioned love the air ride seat. I do too. And Scott, as I looked, he's been a 4-year subscriber, so thank you for your support. 4-year subscriber, how cool is that? Scott, send me an email, mike@lsetractor.com. Remind me of this conversation and tell me what size shirt you wear. I'm going to send you a LSE t-shirt. Thank you for your support through the years. We have Sean saying, yeah, did a video on why would anybody finance for 10 years. Coyote tried this last month and the month before, I believe. They took the CK series, which is our best-selling series of tractor, and they said, what if we did 0% financing for 84, like they do once in a while, but let's do it for 120 months, 10 years, and see if anybody is interested. Yeah, we sold a few, and people did like it. The people that did it, the thought being it's 0%. Why wouldn't I take it for as long as I could if they offered it for 50 years? You know, I mean, it's free money. And you know, you could certainly take your cash and put it in a investment of, you know, CD, whatever, and make it make money. So the people that did it liked it, and let's face it, it allowed them to buy a little bit more tractor than they were expecting. So that there's nothing wrong with that. Let's see. Here's one. Is there a speedometer that can be added to the RX 7320? I did an in-depth dive on the RX 7320, and the question is there a speedometer that can be added? Now, that was from a subscriber, a new subscriber, been with me for a couple of months. Thank you very much. Send me an email, remind me of this conversation, and I'll send you a t-shirt. Give me your size. Anyway, no, but think about it. All you'd have to do is use your smartphone, like with a Waze application, W-A-Z-E, or almost any other navigation app that's on your phone, because as you know, when you're driving and you're using your navigation app on the phone, it shows you how fast you're going. So it would do the same thing in the tractor. I get why you're asking, because if you're doing certain jobs like the baling hay, which that tractor does bale hay, and the baler manufacturer says, you need to be at this RPM and this ground speed to work this baler properly. So I would assume that's why this person's asking. Speaking of hay, me and Jake, the service manager here at Pleasant View, did a video on picking up hay bales and making one circle around the lot. We started with the RX, which of course, as I said in the video, could not only pick up the bale, it could bounce it like a seal with a ball, more than capable of hay bales. But we started big and went all the way down to small until we wanted to see at what point we could not do it anymore. And so we did the RX, the NS, the NX, the DK, the CK, and then the CX. CX is a subcompact, and said, here, this won't probably do it, but, we wanted to see how far down we could go. Well, in fact, it did do it, and it picked it up, and I wouldn't recommend it for everyday use, but it did pick it up, and it did drive this big bale around the lot, which was pretty cool. Also a subscriber. So thank you very much, Rob. And Rob has been a subscriber for over a year. And thank you very much. And I want to send you a t-shirt, so same as the other guys. Let's see. So that was a fun video. I really enjoyed that one. Plus Jake did all the work. He set up all the tractors. He put the hay spears on the front. I had to do nothing but just show up. He even did most of the on-screen stuff, which was cool. Thank you, Jake. Speaking of Jake, he also did a first impression video on our new HX 1402. Big tractor, 140 horsepower, biggest tractor Coyote has ever offered. It's big, and it's tractor and loader. It's about 15,000 pounds of big and nasty. And somebody commented, says Coyote always did make a beefy, heavy-duty rear axle that has some weight to it. Looks like a nice machine. Thank you very much, and it is. That person has been a subscriber. It's KAH, so like KAHVAC, at KAHVAC, has been a subscriber for 8 years. That's about when I started doing videos. Thank you very much. And email me. I'm going to send you a hat and a t-shirt. Tell me what size t-shirt you wear. So thank you very much. The next one I thought was just super nice. It's the Budman. Now the Budman 302 has been a supporter of the channel for quite a while. He's been 5 years a subscriber and a lot of comments, and he ended up buying something, which thank you very much. He said, if you've never met Mike, you need to stop in, shake his hand, and look around at all the great products and staff. Coyote all the way. What a cool guy. What a highly intelligent guy. Thank you, Budman. And I want to send you a t-shirt too. Those are some comments, and I would like your comments. I'd also like to subscribe, and it would mean a lot to me. It helps get the word out, and I would like to invite you to do that. Just hit the little subscribe button and the bell button, and it'll notify. We don't do a lot of videos, so I'm not going to, it's not going to wear you out with notifications or whatever. But please subscribe and ask questions, make comments. You can ask mean stuff here. I got a guy I was going to do on the next one. Where did he said something about, he called me a hack. I made a video years ago with a 12-foot rotary cutter, and I was running it with a CK 3510, at the time it was 3510, with a manual transmission. And this cutter is made to run on 35 PTO horsepower, and I was trying to make a point that it really can. The tractor I was operating it with, in fact, the PTO horsepower is only 29. But I drove around, I went through fields, I went through some really high brush, and the darn thing worked. And he commented that I had the loader too high, and that I was a hack for having the loader too high. So you can, I don't like if you call me names, but I guess you can call me names. I'd like to invite you to do any kind of comments and questions, and I will try to address them. A lot of folks I do address just, I read every comment, and I address most of them, and, it's kind of fun to give you all an idea of what people are saying, and so do it, and I would invite you to, and I appreciate your support. Thanks for watching, and look for the next one. Thank you.